Hello students, once again let us continue the same topic, that is living world. So in the previous lecture we have discussed about the various characteristic features of a living organism. So already what the characters feature which I mentioned in our reader, 5 characters they have mentioned, we have discussed all that. But apart from those characteristic features, there are several other characters which are exhibited by the living organisms, like growth, healing of wound, that is homeostasis, variation. Okay, again you can add any number of characteristic feature, but these characteristic features are not mentioned in our NCERT reader. For our knowledge sake, we can add any number of characters. Okay, so every living organism exhibits homeostasis and also it has a specific lifespan also. So these are the additional characteristic features that I am focusing. Now we will move towards the next topic, that is biodiversity. So the next subtopic is biodiversity, understanding the definition of the biodiversity. So how do we define biodiversity? As the name itself indicates, bio refers to living organism. Diversity means varieties of organisms. So occurrence of varieties of wide range of living organisms which are differing in their size, the shape, as well as their habit, that is known as biodiversity. So let me repeat the definition. That is, what is biodiversity? It refers to occurrence of, okay, so occurrence of wide varieties, occurrence of wide varieties of organisms. Wide varieties of organisms. It includes both plants and animals, with reference to which are differing in their size, shape, morphology. Okay, differing in their morphology and differing in their habitat. So all those are known as biodiversity. In simple words, biodiversity is nothing but the study of wide varieties of organisms found on the earth, that is known as biodiversity. So the present data means the presently or currently some data is given in our NCERT reader, that is say about 1.7 to 1.8 million organisms are so far they are discovered, okay, and among them 1.25 millions are animals and rest 0.5 millions are plants. So thus this data, standard data, is mentioned in our reader, that is the total number of organisms found on this earth planet, how much it is, 1.7 to 1.8 million. Okay, so we shall proceed to the next topic, that is some terminologies. So after studying biodiversity, the most important terminologies we are going to discuss, because before understanding the grouping of organism, naming and all, some terminologies are very important to understand. So what are those terminologies? The definitions I have written on the board. So first, the first terminology, as you can see here, systematics. As the name itself indicates, systematic means in a systematic arrangement, or in other words, define what is systematic. Systematic deals with the study of cataloging the plants and animals into the respective group which we should name them. For example, you might be knowing the meaning of catalog. Catalog is nothing but the list of the items. So the complete list of plants and the list of animals, they are categorized, to which we are going to name them. So before going to name any organism, first what we have to do, we have to make a list of those organisms. So that is known as a systematic. So systematic, it is nothing but cataloging the plants and animals into the respective categories which are to be named. Next, taxonomy. Okay, there are several terms mentioned in our reader in this chapter. So let us define what is taxonomy. So taxonomy, otherwise it is also called as systematics. So taxonomy, it is nothing but the study of principle and procedures. See, I will explain what are those two principles which are responsible for naming the organism. So we shall discuss them later. So right now taxonomy deals with what? Taxonomy deals with the study of principle and procedures of what? For identification, for nomenclature, classification. Now let me divide the words. So here identification, we identify the organism. So identification, another word I have given here, finding the correct name. So we find out the correct name for placing the organism to the respective category. So we first identify the organism, whether it is plant or animal. First what we do? We identify the organism. After identifying, we name the organism. That is known as nomenclature. After that what we do? After that we group that organism to the respective category. So that is called as classification. Next, classification means what? Let us understand. Classification, it is very simple. We arrange the organism. So organisms are arranged in a sequential manner, in a convenient manner to categorize them. Okay. So on the basis of what? On the basis of their similarities and dissimilarities. See, I will repeat this definition once again. Classification is nothing but the arrangement of an organism into convenient category. Convenient means which are the convenient characters. For example, any morphological characters, height, weight. Okay. So those characters are convenient for us to classify them. So those characters which are convenient one, based on their similarities. See, similar characters and dissimilar characters, we categorize them. So based on their morphological similar character and dissimilar character, we arrange the organisms, and that is known as classification. Simply, in other words, classification is nothing but the grouping of an organism. Now next comes the nomenclature. What is nomenclature? Do you know? As the name itself indicates, nomenclature is nothing but simply the naming of organism. So by using scientific method. See, there are several varieties of organisms, as already we know how to name them. So there is a scientific method of naming the organism. As I have one name, you have your own name. So naming is necessary, isn't it? So naming of an organism by using scientific method, that is known as nomenclature. So here naming of an organism, that is. After that, last and final, there is another terminology is there. Identification, as already I told you, identifying the organism, whether it is a plant or animal or it is a microbe, what it is. So after identification only, we categorize it. So our identification is nothing but finding the correct name. So finding the correct name, after finding name only, we place that organism, whether the organism should be placed in a plant category or it should be placed in a animal category. Likewise, we identify the organism. That is, the finding its correct name, whether it is a plant or animal. So that is known as identification. Some more information I will give you in the next video. That is all about the nomenclature. So in detail we will discuss about what are the principles and what are the binomial nomenclature. The detailed aspect of nomenclature we will be discussing in the next video. We will stop.